Preventing the summer slide. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I came home from work and I had on my necklace and I also had my hair in a bun, but I thought, let me put on my baseball cap because we're talking about summer and summer is fun. So we're going to dive into this agenda in an exciting way. And also, I want to make sure that we connect and that you enjoy the presentation, but most importantly, receive information that will help your young learners. So again, our agenda is for me to welcome you. So we're going to talk about the infamous summer slide, resources, closing remarks, and of course, questions. So preventing the summer slide. What happens to your child's interest in learning over the summer? I'll pause to let you think about that. In this session, we will work together to inspire your child's curiosity with activities that support math, reading, science, and community engagement. We will embark on fun challenges and scavenger hunts to hands-on STEM projects and outdoor events. So let's prepare your child for a summer of learning. Here's a little about me. I'm a daughter, sister, cousin, niece, aunt, and friend. I'm an engagement specialist for the Michigan Learning Channel, an educator for over 15 years, and also I was an instructional coach. Most importantly, in this session, I'm a lifelong learner. My hope is that specifically from my perspective as a multiple award-winning educator, helping children achieve record growth in math and reading will serve as an inspiration to apply some of the information in the session. You may also get a glimpse, just a little tiny glimpse of the energy that I bring when working with kids. So please excuse me if I get a little excited and want to jump out of my chair when I start talking about summer learning. I'm excited about what your child will receive through your guidance. Now, what is the infamous summer slide? It's essentially a regression in their learning that can occur in both reading and math, and it leads to a gap in their academic progress when they return to the school in fall. This might look like you seeing the first report card of the new school year and saying, I thought my child knew how to do this already, or last year they had good grades. Now, I've said that too as an educator when I looped with my first grade class from kindergarten. I taught them so much. What happened? It was the summer slide. The graph I use is simply a visual representation of what happens during the school year. So we look at the different colors, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. When kids start school, they're excited, but they're a little intimidated sometimes because of the grade level content. They're getting to know each other. And then, boom, the quarter 2 comes. They've learned some things and they're excited about their learning. They're doing great on these tests. And then quarter 3, the progress starts to slow down a little bit. And then quarter 4, and then going into the summer, the interest and the engagement starts to dwindle a little bit when it comes to education. Learning loss. We're looking at reading and math right now. So studies have shown that students often lose ground in both reading and math skills over the summer, with some studies suggesting a loss of 1 month's worth of learning in a typical school year. A lot of times it is much more. So what about the impact on students? This learning loss can impact students' academic performance and readiness for the following school year, potentially causing the achievement gap to increase. While the exact causes are complex, two factors, such as limited access to quality educational resources during the summer and reduced engagement in learning activities, can contribute to this. So, what you're here for tonight is, what can we do about this? Make learning fun. Okay, so if I was talking to my class, I would totally get out of my chair and say, make learning fun. That's what kids are screaming. They're wanting learning to be fun. They want it to be exciting and engaging. They don't expect you to know all the answers, but they do expect you to learn with them. So look at these smiling faces, and I want you to think about your child or the children you know over the summer. Are they looking forward to holding a book bag with content? Are they looking forward to science experiments? Are they looking forward to reading? But I promise you, most importantly, they're looking to make connections with you. I would like to introduce to some and a reminder to others of the Michigan Learning Channel's Summer Engagement Book. Now, the interactive summer books are very widely known to be a very good resource for children and families. So, what is the summer program? Every summer, we run an 8-week program with videos, lessons that are free activity books, and bonus games, and more on our website, michiganlearning.org. You can find a lot of information there. Students from preschool through 5th grade can fight the summer slide and be ready for the new school year with our video lessons on core subjects like math and ELA. They can practice some science and creative thinking with hands-on experiments. And they can also explore the world around them with outdoor activities and also connecting with other children who are using the materials. The pages in the activity books have QR codes that you can take to an extension video with instructions. So a lot of people just use their tablets or their phones to access that. Now, why is the summer program valuable? Schools, families, and organizations use our resources. There's a couple of schools who use them for their summer program and do a field trip based on the weekly theme. For those schools who can't afford to do that right now, we have those virtual field trips and opportunities for children to participate in so many free and fun activities based on the theme for those who like a schedule to follow. This year, we're planning to give away over 20,000 of those activity books statewide. So this is really exciting. We're going to take a little deeper dive into it. So we have some core information and themes we have for the week. Each week has a unique theme to keep things dynamic throughout the summer. Anyone who participates in the summer program can start the week 1 at any time. Here's a list of the year's weekly themes from animals to outer space. And I want us to take a closer look at the page. If you see the QR code to your right, you can scan that QR code to go directly to the summer books for lower elementary, which would be 1st grade through 3rd grade. And then you can also do the early learners. Those are preschool to kindergarten. And then the upper elementary activity book we have for grades 4 and 5th grade. So if you scan the QR code, you can actually download those and get a sneak peek of the information that's in the book. And I would suggest downloading all 3. You never know what your child might be interested in. And please don't limit them. If you have a child who is in, let's say, kindergarten or 1st grade, and they're excited about the content that's in the lower elementary book, allow them to use that resource. They may surprise you. So I hope everyone had a chance to scan the QR code. I'll wait another few seconds. Okay, so inside the book, we show you how to use the book, and we encourage you to share your thoughts. That QR code at the bottom within the book, we actually do listen to the feedback that we receive from our community so that we can make sure the resource is not just what we put together or that we have from standards that schools use, but we want it to be relevant to your child and what you want to experience throughout the summer with your children. We also have options to keep them excited. They have a space to practice writing and responding to a special episode that can be assessed also through the QR code. The book also includes science experiments. So again, this is a wonderful interactive free resource because of our funders for us to be able to do this for our community and to also connect with you. One of the things I like as a former educator is what you see in the center of your screen, and that is the bingo card. We love to provide choice for children. Instead of telling them what they need to do, this also gives them an opportunity to select what they want to do. And it's a guided process because we want them to get bingo, but if they don't want to try to get bingo, at least they have a selection of experiments and interactions that they can choose from and that you might learn a little bit about your child through. And then what would be even more fun is if you, as the parent or as the caregiver, choose to participate too, and you can compare your bingo cards and talk about your experiences. Summer learning is not just for children, it's for all of us. Now, the next few slides, excuse me, have suggested activities in different content areas. I have grouped the grade levels K through 8 together as a means to be mindful that many families have more than one child in the household. This way, families can work on the same concepts while children learn from and with each other. Again, I've done something like this in my class. I may have a class of third graders, but as you all know, every third grader is not on the same academic or social level, but they can learn from each other. So I encourage you to take screenshots of these pages for reference and the next couple of pages as well. So for an example, daily reading time, kindergarten through second grade, you can read together daily, use picture books. 3 through 5, you can start a family book club. 6 through 8, you can try audiobooks on road trips. For math, K2, counting games, bake together. 3, 5, play math games like Monopoly or Yahtzee. You can bake using fractions. Grade 6 through 8, create a pretend vacation budget. Now, let's talk about that. A lot of children want to go places this summer. Some may be extravagant vacations, and some may be staycations. But what would it look like if your child or the children you take care of create their own vacation and then you hit them with the budget? Okay, this is what it costs. How are we going to generate the money to create this? They can even create their own money and how much it's worth. Is it crypto? Is it the American dollar? Is it gold? Or do they have their own currency that they can come up with? So that is another way to be creative using math and also having fun at the same time. Another couple of areas, creative writing. Children K2 can draw letters, write letters, draw pictures, they can dictate stories. Grades 3 through 5, they can create a summer newspaper. 6 through 8, they can do a challenge with the Michigan Learning Channel. I want you to also consider the creative and writing process by combining the experience with a household that has a child from grades K2 and 3, 5. So let's say you have two children and they're in both of those grade bands. The adult could lead the discussion and develop a topic. The K2 child can draw or dictate the story. The child in grades 3 through 5 could write the words. And there you have it, a short story with everyone involved. Outdoor activities, K2, go on a nature walk, hunt for bugs and plants or even clouds. Grades 3 through 5, scavenger hunt with riddles. Grades 6 through 8, you could try geocaching or local history walks. For those of you who are like, what is geocaching? It's a really interesting way to do a real world outdoor treasure hunt where participants use GPS coordinates to find hidden containers called caches. Okay, so that is a really good activity as well. Family game night and puzzle nights. K2, matching games. K3, 3 through 5, you can try board games. 6 through 8, you could do riddles or escape rooms. You can turn your own living room into an escape room. How creative would that be? Ah, are we thinking? Again, think outside the box and make it more fun for your kids and include them again in the process. You'll be so surprised by what they come up with. And an example that I'm thinking of is the whole thing about a little dot. If we see a dot on a piece of paper, more than likely adults will say, that's a dot. But you might have a kindergarten who might say, that is a spider who was smashed because he was stepped on. Or you might have a third grader say, that is a decimal point that I missed in one of my previous tests. You never know. So let's all use our creativity and expand it and have fun. STEM, K2, grow a plant and track its progress. 3, 5, try a coding game. Grade 6 through 8, do a DIY engineering project. Again, this is all what your children can do together, and the younger can learn from the older, vice versa. And again, please include yourself in the process. Children love to see their caregivers and their adult parents work with them and have fun to see that side of you. Some additional resources, websites, of course, the Michigan Learning Channel, PBS Kids. And again, take a screenshot of this as well. Storyline Online, that's another one that I used in my classroom. ABC, yeah. ReadWorks. There's so many different opportunities out there for you to use those resources at home. Now, key strategies. I want you to consider that what your child likes or dislikes, or simply ask them. I'll pause. Work together to create a plan based on their interests. I want you to remember what it was like when you were a child. Maybe you were able to share your thoughts in what you wanted to do. Maybe you were not. This is a great opportunity for both of you to be both or all of you to be able to do that. And then create a plan based on their interest. Another one, report cards. That's like a treasure. It may not reflect what you would like to see, or it might be exactly what you thought. But if you use the report cards as an insight to the perceived challenges and strengths that should be addressed, that could also lead to being better prepared for the next grade level. So you could use the Michigan Learning Channel site to type in your child's interest, their grade level, or areas that you would like to work on. And then there you go. The shows will pop up, the resources will pop up for you. And that's a great way to make sure that what your child needs or is interested in can be addressed in fun and engaging ways. Now, this is my quote to you. I tried to go through the slides a little fast because I want to make sure that we have time for your questions at the end. But I also want you to be able to enjoy the process, enjoy the rest of your evening. And I wanted to make sure that I kept your attention. So, since you are your child's first teacher, do everything you can to secure every resource they need. And we are here to help you to do that. Also, Farmington Library is here to help you. We all are here to help you with the work that you are doing with your children, and I applaud you for that. So I want you to stay connected with us. This is a way for you to reach me. And also this QR code, if you scan the QR code, you'll be able to join our newsletter. You can unsubscribe at any time, but this will allow you to hear about some of the things that we have planned that are coming up. You'll also be able to tap into our website for additional resources and also to connect with us if you need any additional support and different ways for you to use the content that we have to help your child to have a fantastic, fun-filled, effective summer where you see growth and potential realized. So, thank you for joining us, and I am so excited to hear any questions you may have next.
Sharnita, would you like to share the video now?
Oh, sure. Okay, so we have a bonus. There is a video here. I'm going to log out of the screen so you can actually see the video. We had a little bit of, let's see, so I'm going to stop sharing really quick. Then maybe I'll get to see some of your faces at the same time. So just 1 second. So let's go ahead and
The MLC summer of fun is
Are you able to hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Is kind of a virtual summer camp. It's an 8-week program that empowers educators and camp organizers and families and parents and caregivers and anybody who is with young people during the summer when they're likely out of school to think about ways to make sure they're still learning. There's the digital kind of video-based side of the programming that's hosted on our website and on the television channel. And there's also the activity book that encourages them to really think about what they're learning and reflect and draw and write and do all these experiential things that ensures that they're learning and doing amazing things all summer long. Each week is a different theme. And so children are thinking about things like future jobs, or they're thinking about nature, or they're thinking about history and telling stories. And a lot of the time they may not even realize they're learning because they're having so much fun interacting with media content, drawing, practicing, writing, and learning along the way. Anybody who is working with young people throughout the summer, either at home or in a camp capacity or at schools, michiganlearning.org/summer is the sort of one-stop shop for everything. There's going to be weekly playlists. There's going to be your downloadable activity guides if you don't have an opportunity to get a physical copy, and actually lots of opportunities to engage in local events hosted by our stations across the state as well. There's also a weekly newsletter that'll go out. If you sign up at that site, you can stay connected with us all summer long.
Okay, and that was the video. You can also access this video on our website as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.